down to be a little presumptuous of him. I have every intention to not get distracted or fool around. I'm also not one to make mistakes. Back in the present, I look down at my stuck digits. Rob, how do I get my fingers out of this thing? I ask. Rob, my other best friend and an expert in the art of valet parking, like moi, is at the far end of the ballroom. He's distributing programs next to the place settings. Rob starts to trot over to where I'm leaning against the long bar, but one quick glance from Cheryl makes him change his mind. Rob has a crush on Cheryl, and Cheryl doesn't believe in goofing off at work. Too bad for Rob, too bad for Cheryl, and too bad for me and my confounded fingers. Suddenly, Evan appears from behind the bar. He has shaggy blonde hair, a slight build, and a sweet smile. He's been working at Cross Palms Resort for only a little under 6 months. He may be a newcomer, but he fits right in, especially when he makes me the sweetest Shirley Temple in town. I know, what's so special about that? Well, Evan adds at least 10 cherries and multiple tiny umbrellas, which I love. A fancy drink for a not-so-fancy gal. Now do you get it? Evan has this lucky coin he's always tossing up in the air. He told me the beautiful gold coin is rare, something he got on a recent trip to Sweden. He's always asking me to guess which side it'll land on, heads or tails. If I guess right, I get another Shirley Temple. 50-50 chances are my type of odds. What's the word from the bird? Evan asks. Not much, Evan. Just my fingers stuck in this trap, I say. Do you know anything about these things? Evan places a box filled with glasses on the bar and carefully studies my hands. As a matter of fact, I do. He gently puts his fingers on the link between mine and starts to do some sort of massaging thing. Within seconds, I have my pointer fingers back. Was that magic? How did you do that, Evan? I've been trying to wiggle out of this joint for the past 30 minutes with absolutely no luck, I say. It's an easy enough trick. Anyone can figure it out, he replies with a shrug. While you've been playing around, we've been doing the majority of the work, Cheryl adds as she and Rob join the two of us. She takes my discarded finger trap and places it at the final table setting. I wouldn't call what I was doing playing. It was more like sacrificing my pointers for the greater good of the League of Magical Arts Convention's order and business, I say. Consider my act a generous gift to the welcoming party committee. Cheryl places her hands on her hips. She's not quite buying my excuse. That's okay. At least I was able to get away from parking cars, which is technically my job. I can only imagine what that will be like when the magicians finally arrive. Will they hide their car keys and relocate them behind my ears? Will I have to corral bunnies? Will I have to memorize various abracadabras? You know, these magicians are just peddling a whole lot of monkey business, Evan says. If you ask me, the whole convention is a big waste of time. Wow. Who would have thought sweet, friendly Evan would feel so strongly about the magical arts? Not me. No way! This is the best thing that has ever happened to Cross Palms Resort in St. Pascal, Rob says. The whole United States, if you ask me. Rob was in my first grade class. Not only did he watch Dr. Von Thurston's magical hour each and every Saturday morning like clockwork, but he also got his parents to buy the Dr. Von Thurston magic kit, the Dr. Von Thurston cape, and, most important, Dr. Von Thurston's How to Be a Magician in 30 Days. Rob has not stopped talking about the convention ever since Mr. Maple told us about it 2 months ago. He's a fan with a capital F. You too, huh? Charmed by the illusionary arts, Evan says, shaking his head. Well, don't be. The real trick is that all these people are just hiding behind flashy costumes and glimmering mirrors. Strip that down, and you just get someone with a tall story to tell. Evan returns to the back of the bar, leaving poor Rob looking dejected. I place my arm around his shoulders. Forget about him. Soon you'll be in the same hotel as the great Dr. Von Thurston, I say, trying to comfort Rob. How are you even going to stand it? Yeah, Cheryl chimes in. Can you believe he's the top headliner of the whole conference? Rob's sad expression slides right off his face. How will I approach him? Should I carry his book with me everywhere so I can tell him how it changed my life and he can sign it?